certain extreme situations, the law is inadequate. In order to shame its inadequacy, it is necessary to act outside the law, to pursue natural justice. This is not vengeance. Revenge is not a valid motive, it's an emotional response. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Tonight we have a chance to say, yeah, you're right. We're too extreme, we're too wild, we're too out of control, we're too full of our own shit. Or we have a chance to say, hey, fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right. Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance. Start the show.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Good evening. Welcome. School's starting soon. I got to get my teacher voice ready. I got my teaching license. I'm going to do some teaching this fall. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not doing any. I should just start doing that. I should just start saying I'm doing things because I know I kind of control people on the internet without trying. I should just start making shit up and see if they run with it. It would be funny to watch them get all frustrated. Like, I have to find out where he's gonna be so I can show up. I'm just kidding. The trolls of Steel Toe aren't allowed within 500 feet of a school, you creep. So no, I just wanted to give you a welcoming voice to say hello this evening. This afternoon, technically. I think when we get closer to winter, this will be the evening. But I just came from outside, and boy, are my arms tired. No, I'm looking out the window right now. I get a window down here. It looks beautiful. I mowed today. I mowed the lawn today because I was so fucking bored. Like, I finished the show, went till 11 today because we got up over 300 memberships. If you guys get to 400, because we're 99 away from 400, that's an insane amount of money. That's 2 days worth of evening shows. I'll give you, what should be the reward then? I think it should be a 4-hour evening show. I think we should do a 4-hour evening show if we do the 400. If we do the 99 memberships on Rumble, by the end of the night, yeah, you guys should get a 4-hour show. You have no idea. Do I want to do a 4-hour show? Not on your life. That is how confident I am that will not be an achievable number, but thank you for trying in advance. But we did that this morning, so we did a 5-hour show. Goal was knocked out, I think, by 10. It was nice and easy. It was really great. Today was an amazing show. Thank you guys so much. But after the show, I did a bunch of clipping. I cut out like 3 or 4 clips from the last couple shows, posted 2 of them today. I'm trying to get in the news algorithm, so I'm going to be doing some real shit numbers for a while on the clips. But it's just repetition, baby. Up by a couple hundred today from yesterday, and it'll be a slow slog back to a few thousand, and then, we did have that 15,000 one a couple of weeks ago, but getting into a new algorithm is always fun. I'm excited for it. Gonna post another couple clips from today, tomorrow. Fun to be clipping again. But after that, I went up. I wanted to finish Malcolm X. I started Malcolm X last night. I fell asleep to Malcolm X, one of my favorite movies. And as Stone Cold Steve Austin called him in The Longest Yard, a four-eyed I finished that. I fell asleep. And then I woke up and I'm like, fuck, I'm bored. I can't be useless. Like, you can't just sit up eating, watching Law & Order SVU or watching some bullshit or, turning on a... You know what I did? I did check out a video today. I watched Now I'm getting PBD podcast links. I'll tell you about 2 links I'm getting lately that really annoys the shit out of me. I'm getting PBD podcast links because of some stuff I did for show prep. I don't know how you guys feel about Patrick Bet David and his podcast. I think I'll score some points with numero uno Josh Denny here. That guy and his whole team are fucking stupid. Like, those guys are really dumb. And I guess I'm kind of considered on that side. Those guys, they make me feel bad to be on that side. Like, really, Patrick Bet David is a dumb. Patrick Bet David's one of those guys who fancies himself a political intellectual, but doesn't do any of the legwork. Like, I'm not a political intellectual. I'm a dumb guy giving takes on a show going, like, it's a little different. Patrick Bet David, like, wants to be a pundit, but he doesn't do any of the work. He had Reza Aslan on, and I don't know if you know who Reza Aslan is. He's like, he moved here from Iran as a kid, and he's been like a journalist. He's a lefty guy, but I wouldn't say like super progressive lefty guy. He just specializes in one area. He likes talking about like the Middle East and foreign policy and shit. And Patrick Bet David, whether I agreed with his points or not on Iran, he was so uneducated and he sounded so stupid. And like he came from that area. And he still sounded so dumb and so stupid. And he's like defending the Shah of Iran. And he does this thing when he argues where he's like, oh, so you're saying this? I hate it when people do that. It's like, no, retard. We both have ears. We both understand English. You know what I said. What I said is what I said. When people, here's how you know people are losing an argument, they're losing a debate, is when they go, so you're saying, because it shows what they have to do. They're losing control of the argument. They have to change what you said, present it as a straw man, and then burn down the straw man, and then go, okay, good, I'm back in control. You got to call that shit out at the quick. And Reza Aslan did. He's like, so you're saying that you'd rather have the Islamic regime than the Shah? He's like, no, I think they're both really fucking bad. I think the Shah was an asshole. I think the mullahs are assholes. Oh, so you like the mullahs better? That's not what I said, fuckface. So he did a really piss poor job. I'm not a real big Reza Aslan guy. I find him kind of pretentious and obnoxious. But he wiped the fucking floor with old PBD. And I don't watch a lot of that show, but the clips I've watched so far, he has the confidence of stupid. And it's really something to watch. Hey, thank you, Phoenix. Good to see you, buddy. Phoenix with 1488. I feel like I haven't seen that name in a while. And sure enough, Phoenix says, first time live in a few months. Good to have you back, buddy. I hate that people have changes in their life. They get busy. Sometimes people send me messages. They're like, I got a promotion at work. I'm like, awesome, great. They're like, yeah, not going to be able to watch live for a while. I'm like, fuck me. And I just leave them with my Venmo link. No, I don't. I don't do that. By the way, this evening, I told you I just came from outside. I fixed myself a nice horseradish Bloody Mary. And that's what I'm having tonight. I think if we do well enough tonight, I think if that goal goes down nice and easy, I think I could have another one of these, maybe a beer with you tonight. We have a little fun, break up the midweek monotony, if you will. Hold on. I got my Kansas City dry rub rimmer, so I have to do the gay, lick the rim, take the sip, so forgive me for the break in the action here, but you have to savor it. It's a damn fine beverage. It's a damn fine beverage. The sweetness of the Kansas City dry rub with the harshness of the horseradish. It might be the perfect Bloody Mary. Vadam with $5 says, cheers to Johnny moving to Canada and moving in with Digger. I hope Johnny and Digger have kids. Their babies will look so cute. Just think of Johnny and Digger having wild and rough sex. God damn it, Vadam. God damn you, Vadam. I do not appreciate that visual now being in everyone's head. And I do speak for the crowd. Thank you very much. Eric Cartman says 12-hour show. Luxray Luxer says if we get you to 400, we should get until midnight. Oh, I don't think I can do a 6-hour show. How's this? You guys get to 400 tonight. I'll go until 10 today and 10 tomorrow. That'll be, how's that? It would only be fair if you got, I mean, because that's $500 if we got to 400 gifted memberships on Rumble. So I think that would be worth it. 4 hours tonight, 4 hours tomorrow. But I don't know why we're discussing. You guys are trying to negotiate the reward. It's not like we're getting there. It's not like we're going to get to 400 tonight. So I don't know why we're having this discussion. I don't get it. PBD was better when he was mimicking DJ Vlad and interviewing rappers. Was he really doing that? I had no idea that PBD, because like I said, I don't watch a lot of his shit. I know a lot of right-wing people like him. I don't get it. He stinks. And like the people around him, when you do a show like that, you kind of want to surround yourself with dumber people so you look smarter. And PBD is kind of a know-nothing, unresearched dipshit. So imagine the people that he has to bring on to make him look smarter. It's a wild dynamic on that program. Atomic Ray says PBD is a Jew-loving Christian like Uto, bringing down crime with jokes and gags instead of a steel toe in the criminals' assholes. What do you want me to do? Be the big boss man who'll make you walk the line. Is that what I'm supposed to do? I do. I will say this. I have discovered, like, through Israel being evil, manipulative, genocidal fucking maniacs, and Zionists being the current biggest danger to world peace in the world, I have kind of found my inner Christian. I feel a close kinship with Christianity again because of it, because I'm like, I see a lot of like really fucking asshole wannabe Christians bending over backwards to defend the genocide, to defend what's going on in Gaza. And I'm like, first of all, these people killed our savior. So enough with the leeway. Second of all, they always seem to be breaking ceasefires. They always seem to be breaking peace treaties. They always seem to be committing these atrocities. I mean, how many passes can a country get? Really? On a Wall gifting a membership to Emerald Eyes. I love that name. Emerald Eyes, pass that along. Go for it. So that means we are 98 gifted memberships from 400. And 175 away from tonight. Thanks for the great start, guys. I appreciate it. Roots Calhoun says, is that why you keep Johnny around? I you know what? I'm too far behind in the chat. That's what it is. Whoop my baby mama. Okay, wait a minute. I wish I could highlight this chat. This is the greatest screen name in our chat. Whoop my baby mama hoe ass. Says, makes sense. Vlad is a Fed, too, just like PBD. PBD a Fed? I don't know if PBD's a Fed. I think he's just walked. He's like in a world, in that business world where there's a lot of, let's just say, fans of Israel. And I think he wants to toe the line. I don't know if he's necessarily a Fed. You know, not everyone who disagrees is a Fed. Sometimes people just have shitty opinions that you disagree with. Taste Fairy Ialto with a controversial take says the Mountie is greater than the Big Boss Man. I do not appreciate that at all. Crowder Wears Panties says they're the chosen people, according to you Christians. We'd better not feel that way. I don't like that. Thank you, Small Town MN Gal, for gifting a membership. She says one membership at a time. Stop it. You guys aren't going to get to 500 tonight. Or 400 tonight. I appreciate it. I love the effort. One at a time. I like that. And thank you for gifting a membership to Whoop My Baby Mama Ho Ass. But Small Town MN Gal does say we can do this one at a time. Hey, I'm not going to argue with you if you want to give it a shot. Crowder Wears Panties says fighting the Jewish power by worshiping a Jewish God, then following a Jewish holy book, and defending Jewish laws. I get that. That does make some sense. That does make sense. But what about the worship of Jesus Christ? That seems to fly in the face of some of what you're saying. MSO says, Chad said he will be at Stoney's on a weekend. Can you make a weekend? That's really tough with the kids, especially if it's in the summertime. my schedule is like all kids. It's like Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I got 2 days off a week. School year, it's a little easier, but the weekends are busier. So I don't know. I would like to work it out where we go hang out with Chad, because Chad is not a psychotic internet person. I really don't think so. Chad is like me. He's a radio guy. He kind of gets it. He gets what this is. You know, he's not as psychotic as these other people, and he understands that there's a lot of pro wrestling in the you can't do like radio war stuff with a lot of these people because they're certifiably insane and they're off their meds, so they don't know they're crazy. So you can't really fuck with them. I mean, we do little drive-bys on them and we humiliate them, but when you're too stupid to be humiliated, you're just kind of picking on retards who don't even know you're doing it. MSO says he predicted you would use your kids as an excuse. I'm not using my kids as an excuse. I'm saying in advance, the only thing that would stop me from being able to go grab a beer with Chad would be if my kids were home. I don't like to drink a lot when my kids are here. But I'll cut loose if they're not. That's for sure. Why does Chad think I wouldn't go have a beer with him? That's weird. I don't understand why you would think I wouldn't. 165 away from today. Crowder Wears Panties gifting a membership. Thank you, buddy. 96 gifted memberships away from 400. I mean, you guys say you'll do it one at a time. I'll start getting worried at 40. When we're 40 away, then I'll be like, oh shit, they might actually do this. Until then, I think we'll be fine. Roots Calhoun says, my kid is my excuse to drink. I get that. I understand that. Hold on. One more bloody. I should almost let that ice melt a little more often. That horseradish is fantastic. Rabbi Smoothie with $2 says, yeah, I would just skip it with Chad. He's more interested in live streaming. It's been making internet content out of it than just hanging out to have a beer. Oh, see, I would go to have a beer. I would go to hang out like as human beings and be people and just be a couple of guys going to get a beer. I'm not really interested in doing gay fucking internet shit. It was more for me saying like, hey, we go have a beer and just bullshit. You know, I just like to see what Chad's like as a regular guy, not as this pro wrestling character, you know? MSO says, cause it's a weekend and you see your kids on the weekend. Well, no, so there are weeks where I have my Saturday nights open. There are weeks where I have nothing open until Monday. And then there are weeks where I have less weekdays open, and then weeks where I have more weekdays open. It does all depend on what week it is. That is true. Eaton Clam says, all right, let's address the elephant in the room. Not you, Aaron. Thank you. What have you done to the spider? I miss it. Well, people want it. Here's what I did. People were requesting a side swipe. So I did the side swipe, and I got way more positive feedback on it than I ever should from this audience because they don't like anything I do. Then last night, I did the middle part, and holy shit, did people hate it. Dude, I can be honest. That was universally panned. In fact, Real Jax wrote in, and he said, tomorrow night, if you do the side part and you don't do the middle part, I will donate to the show. So I did this for Real Jax, actually. So let's see if he pays up. But yeah, last night did not go well for my hair. They did not. Now, Sam Show says the part was the best. I loved the middle part. I don't hate this, but I got to get a fucking haircut. Maybe tomorrow is haircut day for the toe. I don't know. Helgi says you should put a tiny hat on. Well, you know, it was a good career move for Shapiro. You might not be wrong, Helgi. Guys, thank you for the great start to the show. 165 is our number for tonight. Go ahead and hit that, and we had ourselves a nice, perfect day today. If you guys hit that 165, appreciate it. We are 96 gifted memberships away from 400 on Rumble. If we hit that 400, we're going to go until 10 tonight and 10 tomorrow. But again, a big reward for a big get, because that's a lot. MSO says, forget the haircut. You need a dermatologist. This zit is pretty much gone. So let's just stop with I think the dermatologist jokes have worn out. I think with this being just about out of the way, I think the dermatologist jokes I think their stocks plummeted, to be honest. Eaton Clam says, so you're saying you took him to the spider farm and he'll live there happily with the mouse circus? Yeah, he's in Mouseville. Petron gifted a membership by Crowder Wears Panties. Pass that on, Petron, and we'll see what happens tonight. All right, again, thank you guys. Lively chat. We're bouncing around. Do me a favor before we really get into shit tonight. We got a little girl drama. We got a little porn stars K-ing themselves. Here's the deal about that. Like, porn is, like, really terrible, but not just for, like, men. Not just for us. Not for society in general. Not for sex drive. It's bad for a lot of shit, but it's bad for the people in it. Like, these are already damaged and wounded and fucked up people, and this is damaging, wounding, and fucking them up more. And there is an uncomfortable rate of self-deletion because we can't use big boy grown-up words on YouTube. There is an alarming rate of self-deletion in pornography, and it would be nice if somebody would look into it, but probably not. Probably not. Okay, Sam Show says, which porn whore killed herself this time? Or we could say it that way. We could try to discuss it the way I was discussing it, or we could just say, you know what, Sam Show? I think people like it the way you did it. Really quick, the other thing I've been getting recommendations on, I told you that I've been getting PBD recommendations, and that's fucking annoying. The other one is annoying, but I like the channel. I like the person who does it. But YouTube's been sending me Misery Loves Clips suggestions. And this is creepy because I talked to Gino and Keanu on the phone today. And then immediately after I hang up, I'm on the phone with Keanu. I hadn't even hung up yet. Jesus Christ, talk right, you broadcaster. And popping up on my phone, a YouTube notification, a Misery Loves Clips Keanu clip of her on Misery Loves Company. I'm talking to her on the phone. I never get Misery Loves Clips, things like that during the day, ever. And what do you know? While I'm on the phone with her, the clip pops up. And, of course, I started watching it. And so now I'm watching a fucking Misery Loves clip. And it just kind of reinforces what I already believe with a lot of this internet stuff. I watched it because it's Keanu and she's my friend and everything else. But it is boring. It's all internet stuff and it's boring and I don't care. I want to, watching my friend on a clip, but I'm just like, none of this is entertaining. Who are the mentally ill people getting something out of this? Eric Cartman says, you and Kiki seem to be getting closer and closer, Mr. Aaron. Oh, yeah, Kiki and I just fucking slam, bam, thank you, ma'am. I mean, it's just on all the time. Keanu and I, you wouldn't believe it, all over central Minnesota. That poor thing, I would never put her through that. And you guys, look, you guys might say something like, but Aaron, she's married to your friend Gino, so clearly she has self-esteem issues and there's something wrong with her. Look, fine. Look, you can say whatever you want. You might say that. I wouldn't say that. He's my friend. She's my friend. You might say things like, Aaron, clearly she's got some daddy issues. You're older than her like Gino is. Clearly you'd be in the lottery. No, that's not okay. Those are my friends. I don't look at them that way. You might say, Aaron, Gino doesn't look after himself. He's already in his mid-50s. He may not be long for this world. You really have a shot afterwards. She's going to need someone to console her. Again, you might say that. I wouldn't say that. That would be weird and awkward for me to say. So no, stop saying these things that I said you're saying. It's gross. It's disgusting. And it really shows me what opportunistic assholes you guys are. McBuster says Kiki fucks you with a construction cone. Where that's you being fucked up. That I never even gave that. That wasn't even hinted at. That's a journey into your fucking brain, my friend. Baba Hooey Hooey with 199 says hair looks great, Aaron. Ignore Clubfoot Carl. I don't think I would take any kind of fashion advice from old IT Clubfoot. especially since how's he going to afford shoes to put on those club feet? I took a look at that lawsuit. Oh my God, whoever wrote that up for John, they did a good fucking job. He's asking for $300,000 a piece. He's also going to get lawyer fees out of that. This is a bankrupting kind of a deal. But again, I don't want to lean in too much. I don't want to kick a guy while he's down. I don't really need Carl. I know he needs me. I don't really need him. I will say this. He knows I was right. He has to live the fact that I was right. I think that's punishment enough. I said, you live this shit. You fall too deep down this rabbit hole. You need this shit. You desire it. You crave it. Your inner nerd in high school needs this affirmation. You don't have anything outside of this. You've gotten too close. Icarus, you've flown too close to the sun. You forgot why people loved you. And you started doing business with really shady, creepy, fucked up, mentally ill people. This is what happens. This is what happens. Carl had a path. He chose to take the shortcut, which is now he's finding out the longest road, and he's very nervous about it. You should be. Shuli, I don't blame as much. Shuli had nothing before John. Shuli couldn't get traction doing any kind of podcast. It was pretty fucking desperate. He did it out of necessity. So that, that's okay. That's understandable. But Carl, he had a good, consistent path, and then he chose the shortcut, and, well, hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. I had, again, I don't want to lean in and really, drop the fucking elbow because Lord knows he's going through it as it is. But, again, I told you, Aaron was right again. And that's very hard for people to admit. All right, let's get into some nonsense tonight. I didn't bring you guys the usual fare. I know last night we got heavy on clips. We got heavy on all that stuff. I brought some lighter fare tonight. So sit on down. Enjoy the program. There's Petron with a gifted membership. So that puts us 95 away from 400 tonight. Thank you very much. And there's our buddy Vidam showing up with $5. Says, Aaron, what is this talk on Reddit about you being sued by credit card companies? Oh, my God. My wife spends way too much time on Reddit to not go on Reddit. Only losers look on Reddit. Well, it wouldn't be the first time that Reddit's made shit up out of whole cloth because they're coping with the fact that I kind of stay 3 steps ahead of them. But yeah, if I'm being sued by credit card companies, someone has failed to inform me. I am a good, bill-paying, tax-paying American citizen. Baba Booey Hooey with 199 says, John's lawyer misspelled his own name. What a goof. I mean, you can cope with it any way you want, but here's the problem. Your little internet giggles are not going to get around the fact that the case they've presented is very good. You can't use someone's name, image, and likeness without their permission to promote and make untold amounts of money. You open yourself up to litigation. You open yourself up to that person suing you. Baba Booey Hooey, I know you probably spend a lot of time online, so you maybe don't know a lot of this stuff. The Reddit giggles and the Discord giggles aren't going to get you through this one, son. It's I warned people about this a long time ago. It's a shortcut. It doesn't last very long, and it's wrought with peril. And here's the peril. The thing is, like, even if you win, you're going to lose because it's going to cost you $1 or $2. So if that upsets you, if that analysis upsets you, I'm sorry, but I think I've been right enough that you can probably take it to the bank. 155 away from tonight. Thank you very much. And thank you, Baba Booey Hooey. I appreciate that and glad I could give you a little insight that you probably don't get most places. Okay. I think we need to discuss this heavily tonight because, the health problems can strike for anybody. And this one, I think, is very relevant for a lot of you. I mean, not for me. I have no reason to discuss this, but I want to help you guys. This is a story from Carly Stern in the New York Post. Ignore the last name, guys. That's not what it's about. I popped a pimple in the triangle of death and ended up in urgent care on 4 prescription drugs. Oh, shit. What do we... Oh, no, it's this one, right? Einstein couldn't tie his tie in front of the mirror. Maybe I shouldn't have taken a needle to this thing and fucking given myself the, psycho treatment in the shower. Oh, my God. I popped a pimple in the... So the triangle of death, if I understand it, that's in here. The triangle is here. This is where, especially if you wear glasses, a lot of the times blackheads will build up right in this area because you'll sweat. And then the sweat will rub into your pores from the thing, the stopper on your glasses here. And it can gunk things up quite a bit. It's why you should wash these rubber pieces here in your glasses or whatever they're made of. You should wash those out because they can. That's why you can get a buildup of blackheads. But this woman was fucking around with her zits and she ended up in urgent care. Maybe I should be checking this out. She's hideous. That's the warning from mother of three, Lish Marie, don't squeeze, who ended up in urgent care and filling 4 different prescriptions after simply popping a pimple on her face. But the spot in question sat in what dermatologists call the triangle of death, and her blemish blunder could have actually killed her. So it was right there. You see, right in that little area there. Okay, so the triangle of death is more like here. Okay. I didn't know that fucking pimples could kill you. Lish tried to pop a cyst pimple just below her nostril. Holy shit, this one was a cyst pimple. It started way down deep. I couldn't wait for it to get to the surface, so I gave it a fucking gouge. Maybe I could have fucked myself up. Maybe I was about to die and I didn't even know. Within 4 hours, things got bad, she said, with that side of her face swelling so much that when she tried to smile, only the opposite side raised into a grin. So she popped the zit so badly that she fucking had a stroke, basically. She said the results were extremely painful and doctors at the urgent care put her on 4 medications to take care of the infections, including steroids and antibiotics. Holy shit. Lish's pimple fell inside the triangle of death, an area of the face where a popped pimple can release bacteria into the brain. Why am I now just learning about this? I had one here, and I had one right here that thankfully just kind of popped, went away. Not a big deal. That's close to the triangle of death. I could have put bacteria in my brain and rotted from the inside out. I didn't even know that was possible. The only thing they told us in school was don't pop zits, because if you pop zits, the shit can spray everywhere. And if it sprays everywhere, it can give you more zits and you can break out in like an acne type of a deal. I don't make the news. I just report it. Popping pimples in the center of the face can be particularly dangerous, said Dr. Mark Strom. The area of the face from the bridge of the nose down to the corners of the mouth. Okay. I'm like a little kid. Here's the bridge of my nose. Hit it. Okay, so that's the triangle from here down to here. All right, I got it. And don't pop the ones on your lips. Those are herpes. The area of the face from the bridge of the nose down to the corners of the mouth has veins that connect directly to the brain via a blood vessel called the cavernous sinus. Again, something that could have been brought to my attention yesterday. When you squeeze a zit there, you leave a small open wound through which bacteria, like from your hands or the air, can enter the bloodstream. This can lead to infection, which may then be carried to the brain. Complications can include blindness, stroke, paralysis, or even death. Holy shit. Again, I had no idea. Hold on. Let's maximize this. Do not pop a pimple in the death triangle. Oh my God, that really did. It fucked up her face. Look at that. She tried to smile. So she's a mom. I don't feel comfortable talking about this girl's appearance because she looks way too fucking young. That's a mother. I mean, a lot of people would kill to have a youthful appearance, I guess. I mean, not that chick. She looks like Deborah Morgan. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm the only one who's learning about this today, but apparently don't pop zits down in that triangle because you could fucking die. Your brain could rot out. I had no idea. Fuck you, dude, with $2 says, would you rather have sex with Sydney Sweeney, but she's been dead for 15 minutes of a heart attack, or Scarlett Johansson, but she now has extreme Down syndrome? I don't think I have to answer this for $2. I feel like for $10 I have to answer this. I don't think I have to I shouldn't have to put myself into a position where I'm either a necrophiliac or a downs fucker for $2. No offense, but I don't think the show's that desperate yet. I'm going to say that is at least a $10 question. And then I'll force myself to answer. Dead Game with $2 says it's a lose-lose. That is the correct answer. I mean, do I have an answer to that question? Yeah. I mean, I think I've got an answer to that question. I need a little time to think about it, but I ain't gonna debase myself for that amount. $8 more. I'll debase the shit out of myself. Please and thank you. God damn. That is fucking delicious. Jesus, that's a fine beverage. The Bloody Mary is a spicy tomato juice with a little bit of booze. Just feels right. Chernobog says, Sweeney's corpse, easy. Helgi says you have to answer. Not for $2. I do not have to answer. For $2. A Downs fucker. A Downs fucker is not. Downs fucker is a funny line. Let's be honest. But I'm not going to answer whether I'm a Downs fucker or a what do you call it? A necrophiliac for $2. No way. Sweeney looks like a downer already. That's why he said she doesn't have Down syndrome. Scarlett Johansson has Down syndrome in this particular situation. And it's Sydney Sweeney who's been dead for 15 minutes when you're having sex with her. By the way, if you're not answering this question until after you Google when does rigor mortis set in, you're a piece of shit. I'm just letting you know that right now. You're an asshole. Coyote NV with 199 says, Chad said, okay, if it is monetized. I don't like monetized how? No, because I want to, if I'm going to have a beer with somebody, I want to sit down and have a beer with the person, not some facsimile of that person. I want to know these guys are capable of having a real life and they're not just these, because if Chad's just an internet character, that's great. That's funny. I like that. But if he's like that and he's just like, let's have a beer, but we're going to film it. It's like, well, now that enters the realm of mental illness, if you ask me. Guys who, take it a little too seriously. 145 away from today. Thank you, fuck you, dude, with his $10 says, answer the fucking question. All right, since you're making me answer the question, I'm going to have to go with Scarlett Johansson because at least she has a pulse. All right? She has a pulse. She's living. She's breathing. If you're telling me it has to be one or the other, then I'm going to go with Scarlett Johansson is hotter anyway. Let's not forget that. She's also more age appropriate for me. She's about my exact age. So I will say Scarlett Johansson, but she has Down syndrome. That's still going to take some work to get myself through the fact that I did that. That's still really fucking wrong. But at the same time, you fuck a dead chick, there's no going back. You fucked a dead girl. Ugh. Taste Fairy Ialto now says Downs fucker. Fuck you, dude, says Downs fucker. Yeah, but she's not dead. Okay, and that's the discussion that we're having. Dead or Downs? That's, by the way, it's the hey everybody, it's the new bit here on the Steel Toe Morning Show. It's Dead or Downs. Here we have Eva Mendes. She just died 12 minutes ago. You could stick your cock in her pussy, but you're gonna need lots of lube. Or over on this side, we have Keira Knightley. Now, Keira Knightley just got injected with an extra chromosome, but you can inject her with your manhood. She's retarded now. You get to choose dead or Downs. Da-da-da, da-da-da. It's got potential. It's got potential. And I think Hobo Chili Recipe ultimately gets it right when he says, if either of them slept with you, they would commit after. I think really any of us, if they had sex with any of us, they'd probably call it a day afterwards. Fuck you, dude, says, Aaron Sydney is still warm. It doesn't matter. She's dead. There's no, you don't, Aaron, I know you have hangups about fucking the chick with no pulse, but dude, she's maintaining a solid 97.4 body temperature, all right? She's a little chilly, but you'd never know it to the touch. That part doesn't matter. She's dead. Like Don Johnson, I'm looking for a heartbeat. Baba Huey with 199. That's okay if you don't trust him, buddy. I'm sorry that your boy's in trouble, and I'm sorry that you guys are coping with it, but it's fun to watch from afar. It's okay. You don't need to impress me. You don't need to tell me that you feel fine and everything's okay. You just tell yourself that. It'll be fine. Sir Franklin says, Aaron's talking himself into it. No, I'm not. I'm not going to fuck the dead chick. There is no way. How many of you right now? Okay, 1, dead Sydney Sweeney. 2, down Scarlett Johansson. You answer for free. Or attach a membership to it. I don't give a shit. Attach $5 to it. I don't care. But let me hear you. 1 for dead Sydney Sweeney. 2 for Downsy Scarlett Johansson. Go ahead. You'll all play dead or downs. Wow. All right. Fuck you, dude says, why not both? That's fucking insanely disgusting. My Lost Interest says 1. Mike Go says 1 and 2. Nader P says 2. Ivana Tinkle with a 1. Wally World, Crowder Wears Panties, and Veldrain with a 2. Brian's a coward who says hard pass. Von Kaiser with a 2. Hulkamash says anything for Scarlett. Fuck Sydney. Well, that's kind of the question we're asking. Helgi with $1 says, Aaron, stand up and prove you don't have a boner. Again, that's a $10 donation for me to prove I don't have a boner. Yeah, see, I agree with Crowder Wears Panties. He says anyone saying 1 are fucked in the head. I think it's fucking gross to say that you'd fuck the dead one. And especially since, in my opinion, the dead one is not even the hottest one. Fuck you, dude says neither was also an option, you weirdo. Well, now he tells me. Jesus. Let's go. Scarlett Johansson. She spells her name all fucked up. Yeah, like she's still a classic beauty. Old Scarlett. Old Scarlett. She's still beautiful. I mean, Jesus. Very attractive woman. Sydney Sweeney, I mean, in her prime she is. She is, you know, she's peaking, as it were. Oh my God, though, the more I look at these pictures, the more I start to get you guys when you say, Aaron, she's got a Downsy look. Johnny's got a good point, too. When she's looking over her shoulder, she looks markedly better. She's got a great core. You know me. I am a core man. Oh, also, they did some polling on the Sydney Sweeney deal. We have this one tonight. They did some polling on the Sydney Sweeney thing, and they found out that only 12 people give a flying fuck about Sydney Sweeney. And that's what I said from the beginning of this whole thing. I said, you know, people either think she's a Nazi or they don't give a fuck about the Sydney Sweeney thing. And it looks like the vast majority of America doesn't give a fuck about the Sydney Sweeney thing, which is good. That makes me feel confident that maybe the country is healing. Maybe we're getting a little bit better. I mean, there will be something horrific that will make me feel like there's been a drastic setback and we're not making progress. But this makes me feel good that 12% of people find Sydney Sweeney's American Eagle Great Jeans ad offensive. So 12% think it's Nazi shit. 88% of the country could not give a fuck. And that's good because the country being 10% stupid, I can live with that. That I can handle. Hobo Chili says Scarlett Johansson looks like an Oompa Loompa with a tanning membership. God, you can't keep some of these people, make them happy. Whoop my baby mama hoe ass says Scarlett Johansson is way hotter than Downer Sweeney with her flat back ass. That's one way to put it. Sir Franklin says 12% is a rounding error. Exactly. Hobo Chili says Scarlett Johansson's real name is Margaret Finkelstein Jewhobbit. I don't really think that's her given name. I don't. I do not think that is her given name. I don't think Jew Hobbit is her last name. What is Scarlett Johansson's real name? Let's see. Scarlett Ingrid Johansson. Stop it. Stop it. It's not Margaret Finkelstein Jew Hobbit, although that's a creative name. What my baby mama ho ass says, he says, actually, they may have found that 12% of people care about the Sydney Sweeney ad. They also found that 13% of the respondents commit 80% of violent crimes. Couldn't help yourself. Couldn't help yourself, could you? I didn't think so. $145 away from tonight's goal. Keep it moving. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Also, 95 gifted memberships away from 400 on Rumble. I did say that if you guys get to 400, that I'll go till 10 o'clock tonight and 10 o'clock tomorrow night. It's only fair. Thank you very much. But I don't, again, I don't think we're getting to 400. I don't. All right, I see that Mikey Two Milks is already writing me. All right, there you go. Though I didn't update on YouTube what the goal was. He's always keeping me in check on that. Thank Mikey. You can delete your message. You can get rid of. I updated the goal on YouTube. 145 is the number. Says YouTube says 185. All right, I got it. It's fixed. Don't worry about it, pal. It's 145 now, and we're good to go. Crowder Wears Panties gifting another subscription. Thank you, buddy. 94 away from 400. Thank you very much. Vidam throwing us another $5. Thank you, buddy. Says, Aaron, who did the Vikings waive to let go today? I see a fourth-year linebacker they let go. I haven't looked at what the Vikings cuts were. Vikings roster moves and transactions. 2025 roster transactions. Let's see. Today placed Rondale Moore on injured reserve. Oh, holy shit. We waived Brian Asamoah. Well, okay. Brian Asamoah got waived. He's been with the team for a while. That's kind of a surprising move. Well, there you go. That answers your question there. Vidam. Redbird with $2 says, have nothing is getting better story. Have nothing is getting better story. All right. Thank you. Let's check it out. Wally World gifting a membership. Thank you very much. 130 away from tonight's goal. You guys are moving along smartly. I appreciate it. And 93 memberships away from 400. Also, Wally World is, I believe, in the top 4. So that means Wally World is now at 59. Yes, he's in the cuck chair right now. He's at 59. This is how the standings look. Anonymous and Rabbi Smoothie with $100. Anthony with 65 this morning. Lab Glass at 60. And Wally World in the cuck chair at 59. Neshi with $5 says, good evening, Aaron. Wondering if my VIP package was shipped as I haven't gotten an email back. Are you the one who sent me an email last night? Because if you are, yes, yours has been sent. Let's see here. ETA, yes. I'm not going to say what your name is because your name you emailed me is different than your name on here. Yes, Neshi, yours was sent out. Thank you very much for checking with me. You should be getting that in the next 7 to 10 days, I would say. And thanks for the $5. 125 away from tonight, guys. I'm loving what you're doing. Keep it going. What the fuck did you just send me? Crime got so bad in Washington, D.C. that police gave out free air tags for residents to track their vehicles for when they would get stolen. Oh, no, I would move. I would move immediately if I lived in that city. You live in a town where they're like, look, we can't realistically protect your car from any kind of bad shit happening to it. So, yeah, we're just going to give you an air tag. Just put this on your car, and when they do steal it, maybe we can track it for you before they take it to the scrapyard. God damn, man. DC is fuck. I still don't know if I like Donald Trump sending the National Guard in there to clean shit up, but that if you're air tagging, if you air tag your own car, that's fine. If the cops come to your house and they're like, look, we're borderline fucking useless. Take this, put it on your car. You live in a lawless hellhole. Best of luck. That's next level. Neshi with $2 just says, thank you, Aaron. No problem. No, hobo, they can't put that tag on me because they're still in development. I mean, that's not necessary because I'm not a homosexual. That would have been the right answer to that question. Well, guys, I lied. We are going to cover a little bit of drama tonight. As we are 125 away from tonight, thank you very much. Keep going. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. Also, when the government comes to your door and says, here, help us track you, don't help them. No reason to help them track you. Like T. Duden says, now the police can track every car as well. Wonderful. Wonderful. Great. There's still drama going on with Laura Loomer and Marjorie Taylor Greene. One of these bitches is crazy and I can't fucking stand them. The other one is out of her mind and I love her to death. Laura Loomer is a fucking problem. And the sooner Laura Loomer is out of the public eye and out of American politics, the better off anyone's going to be. If you're a Trump fan and you're like really into the MAGA shit, this woman is a fucking curse, all right? Laura Loomer is a mentally ill plague. She's off her fucking meds and she's out of her mind. Get her off your team as soon as possible. She has basically anointed herself the Truth Commission of the Trump administration. And her thing is she's going to weed out any anti-MAGA people. That's right. Israel First Laura Loomer is going to make sure that everything MAGA stays America first. That's going to work. So she's been going after Tucker Carlson. She's been going after Candace Owens. She's been going after Marjorie Taylor Greene. Basically anyone who says, hey, I'm kind of feeling like I've been betrayed by Donald Trump a little bit here. I kind of feel like the shit he told us and the shit I've been betrayed by Donald Trump a little bit here. I kind of feel like the shit he told us and the shit he's doing are two completely different